Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I went to get some fertilizer this morning. We're going to spread some ammonium sulfate on some corn, and I ran over a grease gun on the road. So I took off with the fertilizer truck this morning and just got out of the lane by Dad's here, and I felt like I ran over something, looked in the mirror, and it looked like a rabbit or a possum or something. Didn't think anything of it. Got back here and saw what it was. It was a grease gun, and it looked like mine, but mine's in the back of my truck. So I'm gonna see what happened. Maybe somebody left it on the fender or something. All right, yep, that is Dad's grease gun. It still works. Top broke off. Well, that's weird. Must have left it on the fender or something. I know he was looking for it the other day, so here it is. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go get this spreader filled up and get to work. We're going to be using John's spreader today because it's row crop and I can drive down the corn rows with it. And my spreader, I cannot do that. It will run over the corn. I guess I should have raised the auger up before I got out of the truck. This thing's kind of tall. Not sure if it'll fit. We'll see. It might be okay. I have to raise it up a little bit. Pay attention. Yep, I'm gonna have to raise it up. Need to pull ahead just a little bit. Okay. Now, PTO down here. Should be engaged. Alright, what's what here? There we go. Actually, I'm going to run this auger a little bit. Make sure we don't have any birds' nests. Yep. I assumed there would be a bird's nest. The truck's been sitting for a while. Just going to let that run. Dang birds. I don't know what it is about augers, but birds just love building nests in augers for some reason. Must just be the perfect habitat, I guess. No, I think I backed up too far. Oh well. Now we gotta set the throttle with the precision throttle block. That'll work. This thing was a steal, $4 grand, man. I love a good deal. We were looking at some other options for moving fertilizer, and we were thinking we were going to spend 10, 15, 20,000. This thing popped up on an auction, bid one time, $4 grand. Boom, done. What a deal. It holds, we think it holds 15 tons, so I got 14 ammonium sulfate just to be safe. 7 and 7, so that first hopper should fit in the spreader. It's an 8-ton spreader, so let's keep an eye on it. All right, we got 15,600 pounds on the scale. I'm gonna type that in my calculator so I don't forget. I'm gonna do my first field. It's only 24 acres, and check my rate. That reminds me, I think I gotta set the gate in the back. Got her full. Not real full, but I'm by myself, so 50 to 200, I need to be on 2. Oh, here we go. There's our settings. 2. All right, we should be ready to rock and roll. All right, here we are. I'm in the field. What do I gotta do? Engage my hydraulics. Turn that on. It's got a Raven 660 that controls it. I don't know, I'm just gonna go. See what happens. Chain is spinning. I need to check my fan speed. 770. It's a little high, but it'll work. Can't really tell what I'm doing because you can't see it coming out, so no. We'll spread this 24-acre field, check our rate, and see what we got. Well, it was going good for about, I don't know, 1/8 of a mile, and lost power. So what do we got here? I bet that's my problem right there. I think last time I worked on this, I had some issues with the power. What in the world? I think I'm going to... What's the issue here? That wire's kind of pulling out. Every time you hear that that buzzer, that's losing power and power coming back. So oh boy, this is fun. I might have to run back and get some electrical connectors and hardwire this in because it's not working real well. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. So I got this adapter. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. There we go. Got this adapter on here because this uses a 3-pin, I don't know, round, whatever, connector. And I only got one of those in the cab because I'm using that for the scale. So I use the adapter to plug it into the power strip, and this is also smaller wire. This is a pigtail coming into this. So this is like a 14 gauge going into like a 10 gauge wire. So I'm just going to cut these off, put these spade terminals on here, and hook it directly to the power strip. That should fix my problem. Pretty sure I had this exact same problem last time I used this, and I fixed it, but then John must have had to change it back for his tractor, so not a big deal. All right, time to strip. Oh boy, that is some tough coating. There we go, there's one. Here's the other. Seems like I've been doing a lot of wiring on YouTube videos lately, so that's fun. Give that a little double crimp. 2 spades. Or I should say spade number 2. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So, you know, that'll be fun for editing. Okay, there's that. Got our power off. Now I just need to shove these in here. Let's see. Positive is there. That might be an issue. Shove that wire in a little too far. I need to squeeze it down. This little door's in the way. I'm going to take it off. You can go right here. You gotta be very careful that you don't arc the wires together because the positive is right next to the negative. Yeah, I gotta fix that because I messed that up. Shoved it too far in. Dang it. Got it fixed. Got a phone call, so I didn't show you guys, but we should have good power now. I think there was just too many connections there, and one of them was not a very good connection, and we were losing power. So if this thing loses power, it immediately shuts off the spreader chain because it tells it what to do from this. So anyways, now I'm getting another phone call. All right, we're rocking and rolling now. It's amazing how much better this thing works when you got good power. Still kind of messing with my speed cal a little bit. So that says 8.2, 8.3. Yeah, it's close enough. Running that little black thing on the 3-point right there. That's like a GPS speed tracker. The radar in this tractor doesn't work, and we don't really use it for anything else, so we've never just taken the time to fix it. So using that for speed, wasn't sure what the cal number was, just put something in and tried to make it the same as the corner post. So good enough for me. I like it. I think I say this every year in one of my videos. It still amazes me that satellites in space can drive my tractor and follow corn rows without running them over. And most of the time they can do it better than I can. Isn't that amazing? Like, there's so much technology in agriculture, and a lot of people just don't know it. Like, it will blow your mind, some of the stuff that we're able to do. And we don't even have the latest technology, and it's still pretty amazing. So just thoughts from the tractor cab. Made a few rounds. I'm gonna do a very unofficial pattern check. We've got the spread pattern set on 60 feet, and I got my track spacing set on 55 because John said ammonium sulfate doesn't spread very far. So just kind of looking at the ground to see. I should count however many rows I'm out. So this thing will cover 22 rows on 55 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so it definitely looks thinner over here. I might have to narrow it up some. This little guy's having a hard time. Come on, little guy, you can do it. There you go. You just need a little help. We really need a rain. Uh-oh. Not exactly sure what that is. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it. I noticed my fan speed was low, so adjusted the hydraulic flow. Supposed to run at 750. Usually with hydraulic stuff, as the oil warms up, it becomes thinner, and then it takes a little bit more pressure to run things at equal RPM, if that makes sense. So bumped it up. Now we're back in that 750 range area, whatever you want to call it. See if that helps. All right, got our first field done. We did 21.6 acres. So 15,600 minus 14,140 divided by 21.6. That's only 67.5 pounds per acre. So I need to make some adjustments. I think I'm going to open up the gate in the back. That'll be good enough for this field. I'll just make a note of that and bump my nitrogen up just a little bit, and it should be okay. We'll open the gate a little bit, do the next field. It's another small field. We can check it again and go from there. It's getting windy. I don't really love that, but we got some rain coming tomorrow and I need to get this done. We're gonna open this up to 2.5. Try that. There's so many settings you could change on here. Got to make sure your speed's right, get your gate set pretty close. Product density is a big one. That can throw your rate off a lot, and I didn't actually check the density because I don't have a scale with me, so I'm just going off of kind of a general product density, but we'll get her dialed in. It'll work. I believe I've explained this before, but the reason why we're spreading ammonium sulfate in the spring is mainly for the sulfur. It is, I think, 21% nitrogen, 24% sulfur. We used to spread our ammonium sulfate in the fall with the rest of our fertilizer, but I just felt like we weren't getting that sulfur in the spring because the corn would be striped kind of yellow and green. So we started spreading it in the spring, thinking it's going to be more available. And ever since we started doing that, we've had pretty good crops. So that's probably not the main reason, but I just feel safer doing it in the spring. Ideally, I would have had it done in March because we had more time back then, but the weather was just too wet and we only got like a couple hundred acres of it done. So thankfully, John's let me use this spreader. It's row crop. I don't know if I'd be able to farm if it wasn't for John. I'm always borrowing his stuff, so thanks, buddy. Yeah, doing it now. It's fine. It's not going to hurt the corn. Pretty good chance of rain tomorrow. I got 2 weather apps saying we should get an inch of rain, which would be such a blessing. We need it. It'll help wash this ammonium sulfate in, and it'll help our beans. They're having a hard time coming up, so need a rain to kind of soften up the ground and help them along. So we're praying for rain. All right, we're coming up to the end here on our last pass. We made those adjustments. We're gonna see what our rate is now. All right, grab my mobile pocket device. We were at 12,720 minus 11,000 divided by 18.5, 92.97. So I checked it in the middle of the field and we were at 84, opened the gate a little bit more, now we're at 92.9, so that's close enough for me. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but we got done planting corn last week. Today is May 19th. It's my mom's birthday. That reminds me, I gotta text her. So we had a really bad windstorm a couple days ago. I'm sure some of you had the same thing in your area. It was wild. There was like, we were at home when it happened and there was just dust everywhere. You couldn't see out to the edge of our yard. It was just terrible. Lasted for like an hour. They say it blew like 60 miles per hour sustained winds, which is crazy. So because of that, some of our corn got beat up. This field's a little sandy in one spot, so you can see the sand blowing, it just sandblasted this corn. Frayed the fringes of the leaves. Corn's small enough, it'll grow out of it. It should be fine. Really hoping for a rain tonight. It's getting pretty dry out here. The corn's looking pretty good so far, but you could tell it's needing a drink. So we'll, yeah, praying for rain, like I said earlier. Spreader's working good. Still got that hydraulic leak in the back. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on that. I'll let John know about it. We'll see what happens. Might have to work on it if we get rained out tomorrow or something. This is the first field we planted. I think it was April 20th, 22nd, something like that. So looking really good other than that sandy spot where it got wind burnt. It all came up, got a near perfect stand. Just need a little bit of rain. All right, we're getting low on fertilizer. Dad brought the truck to the field. We're gonna fill it back up. Back at it. Got about, I don't know, 120, 130 acres done so far. Going pretty good. Dad's gonna bring my pickup back because I gotta pick up my son from daycare at 3 to go to my other son's t-ball game. So he's gonna take my place and finish this out. So I think that's all we're gonna do today. Hoping for that rain. If we could get an inch of rain, that'd be such a blessing. We really need it. I would like to get the spreading done. Just, you know, won't really work out if we get that rain, but I'd rather have the rain. So that's gonna do it for this video. Pretty slow day, just going back and forth in the field. Oh, about to hit a bump here. Ooh, here's a big one. This field's got a little bit of elevation change, so there's some washouts from water running, so you gotta be a little vigilant here. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.